Hi, this is Dana Gardner, Principal Analyst at Inter Arbor Solutions, and you're listening to Briefings Direct. Our next technology innovation thought leadership discussion examines new ways for small businesses to better match their buyers and sellers and to gain new market opportunities. We'll explore ways that business networks and intelligent buying can bring digital business benefits to any type of company. To learn more about the business of doing business in the digital economy, please join me in welcoming our guests. We're here with Bob Rosenthal. He's the chairman and CEO of JP Promotional Products in Ossining, New York. Welcome to Briefings Direct, Bob.
Hi, Dana. Thank you.
We're also here with Ann Kramer. She's the CEO at ErgoWorks in Palo Alto, California. Welcome, Ann.
Thank you very much.
First, let's learn a little bit about your companies. Bob, what is JP Promotional Products? What do you do?
JP Promotional Products is a distributor of imprinted promotional products. Anything you can put an imprint on, a logo on. We've had this company with my daughter for about 12 years now, and we sell to small companies, large companies, anyone who will buy promotional products from us.
Why is being digital, being on business networks, an important part of the way you find new clients?
What this has given us is the ability to find the size of clients, that we couldn't ordinarily find. We're getting into large corporations, and it's very difficult for a small company to get access to a large entity like that. And being on SAP Ariba Discovery has gotten us into some of these very large corporations.
Great. And tell us a little bit about ErgoWorks.
ErgoWorks is a small woman-owned company based in Palo Alto, California, and we're a full-service ergonomics company. What that means is we offer workstation evaluations and consulting, a complete line of ergonomic furniture, accessories, and computer peripherals, ergonomically designed. And lastly, we provide installation services for the products that we provide. So I would call it solution selling.
And do you also share Bob's challenge of trying to be seen and heard in a busy world of big companies that perhaps don't know about small vendors?
Absolutely. It's a challenge to get in and get to be an audience with this group. They generally have established vendors, and trying to knock down that door is challenging at best.
So we know that many of the buyers of goods are looking for increased automation. They're looking for intelligence in the network and the partnerships and ecosystem that they play in. So they want to find people like you that have goods and services for them. What was it that you had to do in order to then be seen and heard, be recognized among them? Let's start with you, Bob.
Well, we joined Discovery, Ariba Discovery, and that gave us the ability to search for leads as well as respond to matched leads. As a matter of fact, one of the first ones I got was about a half an hour after I paid for Discovery, a Fortune 100 company. They were looking for 1,000 pair of imprinted socks, something I knew we could do. It was a no-brainer. We established a relationship with the procurement manager. They never bought the socks, but we have a relationship now. And without the Discovery, there's no way we could have done that.
And is geography a barrier for you, or can you do business with anyone, anywhere?
We can do business with anyone, anywhere. The bulk of it is in the continental U.S. We can ship to England, Canada. And we do bring some stuff in from China as well.
And for you, Ann, tell us a little bit about what you needed to do in order to find clients, and perhaps you were more geographically based. Maybe it's a little different process for you.
Well, yeah, we're located in Palo Alto, which is ground zero in Silicon Valley for ergonomics. So we're well poised in that regard. But nonetheless, the challenge of growing a small business is ever present. So one way that we've overcome that is to participate in online marketplaces. And specifically, what we're excited about now and why I'm here today is the Ariba Spot Buy program. So this is going to give us direct access to these large companies that have been challenging for us to get into. So it's an exciting opportunity. So unlike the other marketplaces that are geared to one-off end users, this marketplace is geared towards large corporations. So we're very excited.
Can you give us a bit more of a background and understanding of Spot Buy? These are not the usual contracts that are ongoing and repeatable, but these are instances where there's a need, an ad hoc need perhaps in a large organization, and a purchasing department has been tasked with doing this, or maybe people directly in the company have got the authority to go and find and buy things on their own.
That's very well put. So essentially what it is we, for example, have an Ariba Spot Buy arrangement with several clients, but it's a static catalog. And ergonomics by nature, we inevitably provide or make recommendations of products that are off catalog. So that's what Spot Buy does, is it allows companies to buy products that they don't currently have a contractual relationship with. And the niche that we're in is a relatively small niche, so it may not warrant a company wanting to put together a catalog. So this is an opportunity for them to buy these products, yet stay compliant with within the Ariba ecosystem.
Now, of course, a big approach to finding things nowadays is through search, through the web. And having a good website and getting good rankings on the search engines is a big part of that. But it strikes me that you're small. You're not going to get the kind of traffic on your website that might elevate you in those search results. And you're also highly customizable. So you're not just putting a big billboard up on the internet, so to speak, and say, here we are. You're offering custom types of things with promotional products, in your case, Bob. And Ann, you probably want to hear a lot about each customer and tailor your services to them. So how do you overcome the challenge of not being able to put a billboard up on the internet, but also maintain the advantage of having highly customized products, Bob?
Well, in terms of our website has hundreds of thousands of items on it. It's an industry-based website. So if you are searching for almost any product, you'll find it on our site. In terms of how we got people to our site, we did invest some money a few years ago. We decided to go with what's called local search. We put money into being number one in New York State. On the first page, I say in New York State, the tri-state area, and that's work. And it has gotten us a few large accounts. But again, what we're looking at Spot Buy for is to bring in more, because a lot of our products are last minute. Someone will remember at the last minute, oh, I'm doing a trade show next week. I need 1,000 widgets to give away. I forgot to buy them. Don't want to go through a contract. And that's where I think Spot Buy will help us when we join it, because we can deliver product in 24 hours if we have to.
So there's an advantage to being in a business network versus just the worldwide wild web.
Right. What that gets us is more targeted corporations, hopefully more larger entities. So where a small corporation might buy 100 pieces, the big corporation is going to buy thousands of pieces. And that's why we've joined Discovery and looking at the Spot Buy program.
And I suppose as someone in a selling position, you're also getting a lot more information about who you're selling to, given that they're in the network and you can see and access more about what they're looking for.
That's true. And where that helps, we tend to add a lot of creativity to it. So if we know who you are and what you do, we can make recommendations for a certain kind of product. You know, if you're a tractor company exhibiting at a show, maybe we'll suggest a squeeze toy in the shape of a tractor. So knowing who you are, where you are, helps us with our creativity in suggesting products.
And for you, Ann, in the same vein, trying to be seen, heard, and understood in the World Wide Web, perhaps a bit more daunting than on a business network. But additionally, how do you overcome that need to customize and tailor your goods and services?
Well, certain products lend themselves more to selling on the web than others, and same with online marketplaces. But the ability to be on Spot Buy will give us the ability to interact with our customer, to then have the opportunity to sell these more custom products and get into project-based opportunities.
And so we're also seeing from SAP Ariba the desire to bring more collaboration embedded and automated into these applications and services. And also with guided buying, they're allowing the sellers to be part of a intelligence network so that buyers can be led through the process and automation can be brought to bear. How do these new technological advantages affect you as small businesses particularly, Ann?
Technology is what you're asking? Well, again, the technology helps us with new ways to bring our products to market. That's really the biggest bang for our buck. In addition, it helps us to expand our current relationships with our Ariba suppliers so they can then buy off catalog. So it's a win-win. And then technology also impacts the products that we sell. As technology changes, the product mix changes in response to, the latest mouse design or the material that a wrist rest is covered in. Maybe it's antimicrobial, you name it. So it has a huge impact on direct and indirect part of our business.
And of course, it's important for small businesses to have visibility into cash flow and when to expect payments and how to bill accurately and appropriately. Any thoughts, Bob, on how this business network for you also adds to your own ability to run your business properly?
Well, in terms of technology, the biggest issue with us is the logo. Anyone can say, I want a big pen. And where the technology should help us is getting the art files from one point to the other. And knowing, as far as things like cash flow, knowing who we're dealing with, that it's a large corporation. Some use POs, some don't with these type of buys, gives me more comfort that we're going to get paid. I know it's difficult to ask General Motors for a deposit for a $1,000 order, where we might ask the insurance broker down the street for that. So that comfort level of knowing we should be paid on a certain date is a big advantage.
And same thing, business visibility is important. Is there something about a business network approach that's beneficial to you in sort of being able to run your business well?
Well, specifically, what I'm excited about SpotBuy is that all the purchases are made using a credit card, which we love because it helps us control our cash flow. We don't have to go chasing after past due invoices, and that time can be better spent selling more products. So we love the fact that it's all credit card based.
Are there any specific examples of actual customers that you've found through the Ariba discovery process in this online marketplace that would illustrate some of these points? Now, you don't have to name them necessarily, but maybe walk us through how it's worked and how that's different from the other approaches that you've had to finding customers, Bob.
Well, the big account that we got, which I can't mention the name, as you said, has turned into a huge account for us. What we've done is establish a relationship with the procurement people. And I think that relationship has built this business with them over the last 18 months because they've got a confidence level in us. And we're confident in them that A, we're going to get paid and paid on time, and B, that it's a continuing relationship. We do a lot of one-offs. We get a hit on our website. I need something tomorrow. Can you get it? And we never hear from the people again, which is great. We do a lot of that. But we're also trying to establish relationships, and that's what we get out of Discovery so far.
Right.
As a small business person myself, I know that you don't want to push that rock up the hill every month. You want to have the recurring, dependable revenue. It's super important, right? But this allows you to get the best of both worlds because you can discover and find new, interesting clients, but you can also maintain a steady flow from your installed base, if you will.
That's right.
Well, great. I'm afraid we'll have to leave it there. You've been listening to a Briefings Direct Thought Leadership podcast discussion examining new ways for small businesses to better match their services with sellers, particularly a small organization selling into a large organization and using Ariba business networks to accomplish that. So please join me in thanking our guests. We've been here with Bob Rosenthal, the chairman and CEO of JP Promotional Products in Ossining, New York. Thank you, Bob. And if people wanted to learn more about your organization, how might they do that?
Our website is www.jppromoproducts.com, or feel free to call us at 1-800-920-3451.
Thank you. And we've also been joined by Ann Kramer, the CEO at ErgoWorks in Palo Alto, California. Thank you, Ann. And how could organizations learn more about your company?
They could go to our website at www.ergoworks.com or our toll-free number, 866-ASK-ERGO.
Well, great. And also a big thank you to our audience for joining us for this SAP Ariba-sponsored Business Innovation Thought Leadership discussion. I'm Dana Gardner, Principal Analyst at Inter Arbor Solutions, your host and moderator. Thanks again for listening, and do come back next time.